way that's not like, oh, I have to buy 100 pounds of it.
Everything's big.
Yeah. And I don't want to start out that way because I don't know if it's going to work or...
Have you tried Ko'olau seed?
No, I haven't.
So I just talked to them, and we're doing a really small trial with rye, and they sell it in 50-pound bags, but they can sell a pound or 2 pounds, and then they can also ship it to you.
Oh, awesome!
So you don't have to drive there.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, that's another thing is like, I can go on Amazon, yeah, I can Google anything, but I want it to be local. I mean, local seeds for local needs is a real thing, like, you know what I mean? So that's always been kind of my struggle, is finding the product.
For cover crop stuff. I just heard of Native System Eco Services, I think, on the east side, and he does all native cover crop seeds. It's like hydro seeding, where it like blows out like the, almost like a liquid mulch. But I don't know if he has connections to those seeds on a large scale.
What would be the advantage of using some native seed cover crop?
I hardly try, but I think one of them is called Nane.
Nanea?
Nane? Yeah. That one is legume also, I think, and it covers the ground very well. And so that is one that I did test at my old farm a while ago.
We did Nanea in the community garden in Kako'ako that was started with like cement, basically.
Yeah, Nanea, I think it has about a year life cycle unless you have it on fertilizer program. It seems to do one cycle really well, and then if you don't fertilize it, then it kind of fades out.
Okay.
And then you have to be a little bit careful of it climbing on trees, but it's really easy to propagate from cuttings.
Yeah.
And one plant can cover like a 20 square foot area really quick. But I had a question about oilseed radish, and I just remember hearing somewhere that when you incorporate it, or my question is, if you just were to mow, is the oilseed radish going to kind of decompose and become smelly in the field? I just remember hearing that somewhere. Yeah. If that's, I don't know, is that true or?
Just for 1 or 2, probably no more than 1 week.
Yeah.
So oil radish is it can make biofumigant. So yeah, it will smell.
Yeah.
But it will go away. Actually, the isothiocyanate is too much.
You got the amphitheater of the
mountain. Roll down this way.
Time to sing.
Yeah, isothiocyanate up. So the oil radish has glucosinolate, which is what makes us like to eat all the brassica crop. It's anti-cancerous. But when you chop it up and you incorporate in the soil microorganism, break it down, then it turns into a gas called isothiocyanate, which is the same active ingredient like vapam, which is a soil pollutant. So it will kill fungi and nematodes in the topsoil layer, and so that's why also it smells. But
is that a good thing? That doesn't sound like a good thing.
I tested it. It doesn't kill all the beneficial at all. They actually increase it, not because that they are not poisonous to the good nematodes or good fungi or bacteria, but because if you didn't till it that deep, there are so many good stuff still down there, and they couldn't kill down those things. But the oil radish itself is a green manure. So it also gives all the nutrients for the microbe to rehabilitate the area that was fumigated down. So we want to kill usually the bad guy are only on the top soil layer. And so that make it not too bad. So we check it, oil radish and then, or even brown mustard, which has higher glucosinolate content. After one crop of, like say, zucchini, all the good microbes come back again, and we do the Sovita test. It's all higher in the oil radish or brown mustard amended soil. Yeah, it doesn't harm them permanently, but it helps you to balance out so that your bad fungi is not predominate your soil.
So it's a good balancer to, if you're having pest pressure
Yeah.
and disease, maybe you just get them wiped out and it helps the good guys come back a little faster. It gives them
Yeah.
a chance.
What about Phytophthora? Does it have any effect on that?
Yeah, Phytophthora, Pythium, Fusarium is what we always try to aim for. Rhizoctonia, they can all be sensitive to the biofumigant. Even papaya seed has the same active ingredient when it breaks down. And so that's why they say don't throw papaya seed into your worm bin because it will biofumigate the earthworm. Yeah.
So if you're planting an avocado orchard and you wanted to be concerned about Phytophthora, you might do a oil radish cover crop.
Or papaya seed.
Yeah, we don't know how to
Papaya
make it
party.
efficient enough. Yeah. Also, sorghum, Sudan grass, has another fumigant. It's also biofumigant. So that one is cyanide, hydrogen cyanide. It has durin in the sorghum tissue. When you chop it up, incorporate into the soil, wet soil, then it will generate a hydrogen cyanide gas. And it's not even good for human, but it will kill microorganisms in the soil, and that might be even more potent for Phytophthora. But their concentration will be so low as they emit into the air. We can walk through a sorghum field that is still in, it won't kill us. But yeah, these are several cover crop has allelopathic compound. For sunham to work, it should be incorporated into the soil, and it doesn't make gas for sunham. It's just alkaline that is just sip through the skin of the nematodes, and it will paralyze them. It won't kill them totally, but as they paralyze long enough, they will starve to death because they couldn't get to the food where they are. So I think these are, marigold is another
Yeah,
one.
marigold is a good one.
Yeah. So for marigold, you have to grow where you want the nematode to be killed. The allelopathic compound come from the root system. It leach down through the roots. So you cannot say I grow marigold there and bring the cut marigold and try to kill it here. That one doesn't work. But sunham can, and oil radish and sorghum they can.
Oh, I wanted to say something about the sorghum. We were asking about the different like goals for soil health, but sorghum has many different varieties for the different things. Like increased biomass, they have a variety for that. There's a lot. So if you want to do it and you have a specific goal in mind, there's probably a specific sorghum for you. Yeah.
We recently test like energy sorghum, the forage sorghum, or sorghum Sudan grass hybrid mix, and Sudan grass. So the best one we found, if you want to kill nematodes, is one that is energy sorghum.
The sugar one, the sweet one.
The variety is ND61 from Colau Seed Supply.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, so you can get from them. That one has the highest biomass. Like I grow sunham and sorghum on this sorghum side by side. It just outcompete the sunham. So big biomass. Also, they are more solid. So in terms of dry biomass, they're also higher than sunham. So it definitely will add lots of organic matter to the soil. When you add organic matter, you also increase other type of microorganisms. We don't know exactly the function of each of these microorganisms, but yeah, just 2.5 months of growth, we actually see increase in soil organic matter by 0.5%.
That's a lot.
Yeah, 2 weeks after we terminate that sorghum, and we compare it to a soil that don't have it, and it increased the soil organic matter. And so yeah, sorghum is my next favorite now.
Yeah, right?
Is there any reason not to use it?
Machine also.
Pain in the ass to
Yeah.
incorporate and
Or
take
do it
rid of.
early?
It's really
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah,
It's
flame
big
mower.
shops.
Yeah. But we use a BCS flame mower also can knock it down.
A little BCS.
But that's also expensive. It's expensive too.
I mix it with amaranth. So many bugs come. They love it.
Oh,
Amaranth, sorghum, amaranth, sorghum. Like that.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know